welcome to Big V TV. Great to have you with us for a Tuesday night, sitting at the desk with Craig, and lots to talk about out of a busy round 4. Plenty of action, really enjoyed it.
Yeah, some enjoyable games.
Most of it, I didn't have a good weekend, but I enjoyed most of everything else.
We'll get to that a little bit later.
Oh, please do.
Tough weekend for you, of course, and your team. Look, I caught last night's show, and I'd just like to start with a couple of things. The nicknames are getting worse.
What are you talking about, Craig?
CPA is just as bad as it's always been. But
listen, can we just put this on the table? I've been here this is my 9th season, okay? And I never have attended a production meeting, ever. I just don't attend. I get a meeting request every week, and I do not turn up religiously. You guys do the notes. You put those nicknames on paper, and I'm forced, like a stooge, to sit here and read them out. I'm completely embarrassed at the lack of work that you two do, you and Steve-O. Completely embarrassed.
Lack of work, but you said we write the notes.
You and Steve-O do, correct. That's
so how
right.
can that be a lack of work?
Oh, just the ridiculous positions that you put me in.
Div 2 women.
Notice how he doesn't argue that. Only 3 games played in D2 women on the weekend. There's the results. A lot of people, just headed to Bali for the week, or just a weekend off?
It's not the biggest division to start with, as we know, and not very close weekend there either. All 3 games.
No, it wasn't.
Not very close. We start off with Wallen against Blackburn, and Wallen up 66-39.
Well, as expected, Wallen won, and as expected, the Pocket Rocket wasn't able to out-rebound the tall Timber and O'Neill and Ramsey. Emmy O'Neill had 16 and 14 in that game, and the Panthers far too strong. Melbourne Uni defeated Mornington. Fiona Darnell played all 40 minutes, 20 and 7 for Morno. Kylie Turnley put in a ripper with 18 off the pine, and Melbourne Uni just go about their business quietly, Steve-O. No fanfare.
Steve-O.
Sorry, Craigo.
Steve-O.
No fanfare out there. They just go about their business. I told you, I've never been to a production meeting. Don't even know who I'm sitting with.
Yesterday you said I'm the one doing the shot taking.
Sherbrooke. Good to see you.
Sure, you're right to record right now.
I've got a hip flask. Sherbrooke beat Collingwood. Nice win, Sherbrooke. Beck Ross back into that team with 11 points and 16 rebounds. Has been sunning herself up at the Gold Coast Commonwealth Games, I believe.
Sherbrooke's first win in the competition in a couple of years.
Just departed her team to go to the Commonwealth Games.
It clearly worked. She's come back, put up 11 and 16 in about 20 minutes.
Jada Buggs had 17 and 16 for Collingwood. Nice win, Suns. Well done. Great to see you winning games. D2 men, busy weekend and a huge weekend for one of the stars. There's the results. Pakenham defeated Maccabi comfortably. Josh Bijalan.
Oh my goodness.
Can you tell me how you pronounce his name?
Josh Bijalan.
Bijalan had 23 and 9. Good work, JB. Pakenham 24-6 second quarter. Fantastic.
Yeah, they were a dominant. We know how good they can be. It took them a little bit to maybe hit their straps this season to start off.
It's a big win.
They've been great, and it's a monster win over Maccabi. They build a bit of a fortress down there, the Warriors, don't they?
Redemption? You think redemption's on the cards this season? They're fired up.
I think there's a couple of teams who fancy themselves this year. It's going to be a tough competition.
It is. Craigieburn defeated Altona by 6 on the road. Liam White, one of our favourites, he just gives everything for that club. 18, 10 and 6 assists. Jimmy Webster had 21 for Altona. Wallen and Southern Penn.
Game of the round this was? I think
it was, and a ripper.
Game, and what a great game it was. It was bucket for bucket the whole game. We said that they play at the 2 highest paces in the league. We saw that. We see 94-99 high scoring game.
007 had 27.
It was bucket for bucket down the stretch, and Southern Penn just were able to get their noses in front and hold it. Wallen had a couple of chances to tie it up, but missed, and then they had to foul.
How was Vossi's weekend?
Yeah, big weekend for Voss. Actually had a chat. Hayden Annett had a massive game for Wallen. Had a chat to him, and he said that Voss is just the way he impacts the game is one of the most impactful players he's seen in that league.
24 points, 16 rebounds, 6 assists for Vossi, but he didn't finish there. Good win, Sharks. Mildura got Northeast by 9. 9 points up at Mildura, Northeast.
That's a
very
great
good
effort. That's as good as you could expect.
But there's one man they could not stop.
The one man that not many people have been able to stop for a long time now. Calvin Henry went off for 47 points.
47.
He had 11 boards, 3 steals, 2 blocks, was doing it all. For Northeast, Liam Wright was good with 29. RTG, Townsend Grant with 24 and 11 as well, but Calvin Henry take a bow.
By the way, Townsend Grant is a new import at Northeast. Started the season at Waverley in State Champ Men. Has departed and gone up to the border. So he's a new
big
import.
pickup.
A big pickup, and obviously a good start for him. Kelvin Henry, now seriously, he had 47 in this game. I've known Kelvin for a lot of years, and he's a ripper of a bloke. But seriously, his teammates let him down substantially on the weekend. How could you not get the ball to Kelvin to get his magical half century up? Hey, Kelvin, you're a star, mate, but your teammates let you down on the weekend. Should have had 50.
What if he just missed a couple?
Should have. No, he doesn't miss. He doesn't miss. Correct. He does not miss. In all seriousness, that is a
Incredible.
He's a great player. Has been for many years. He'll win awards this season. And
He wins
guaranteed-
awards every season.
He won't be at the awards night. They're all in the closet here in
It's
the
a
Big
long,
V
it's a
office.
long drive.
Sherbrooke went down to Southern Penn. Colin Voss, 32, 21 and 10, triple-double. Had a huge weekend. The Sharks have got a ripper there. Look out for Vossi this season. Miraflores had 27 points for Sherbrooke. Campbell and Coburg was close.
Yeah, it was a close one with Coburg just getting over the line. We saw Harding with 19 and 8, a big weekend. Weston with 18 points as well. Jeffers
What about our boy?
for Camberwell.
Our boy.
14, 10 and 10, picks up the trip dub. Nat O'Hara with 26 points as well.
I think our boy Jeffers had 4 triples in that game. Can't get to the rack these
4
days.
triples? He only had 14
He's
points.
too old. He can't get to the rack. He just lurks on the outside, either passing or shooting bombs. Can't get to the rack these days. Can't get up. Just can't get his body off the
Hey,
floor.
10 boards.
Well, they must have just fallen in his lap, Craig. There must have been no one else around. But in all seriousness, well done to
Geez, the
Jeffo.
Jeffers had a fair weekend, didn't they?
They're a good crew down there. And Maccabi beat Wallen. Good bounce back by Maccabi. Mincy had 24 and 15 in that one. Wallen with 2 losses on the
Bit
weekend.
disappointing there for Wallen. I know it's a very tough game against Southern Penn first up, but they would have liked to have bounced back and get that win there.
Absolutely. Let's go to D1 women. Start off up on the border. There's all the scores for you from a busy weekend. Mildura get Werribee, Power 15. Gassian had 12 and 12. Sam Moody good with 18 and 15 for Werribee. Warrnambool and Chelsea was a great game. Amy Wormold came to play.
Yeah, she's an absolute superstar. Having a brilliant start to this season too.
Yep.
She had 29 and 8 for Chelsea. Lee Birch with 14 and 5. We know it's always going to be tough to win down at Warrnambool, and I mean that's a pretty good effort from Chelsea heading up there. They had the double header, Warrnambool versus Chelsea, and the next game was a bit of a ripper as well.
I love what the Energy did against Geelong down there at home. Mackenzie Miller, 26 points, 17 rebounds. Like that game, made the blue carpet. Jade Melbourne is a young
Absolute
star.
superstar. I think
Youngster,
she's
how old is she?
16.
Keep an eye on Jade Melbourne.
Played for Australia already at the for the Sapphires.
Yep.
Is going to be an absolute superstar. She had 22, 7, 4 assists and 5 steals.
I'll be heading out to see this kid play at some stage this season. I really like what she's doing. Nat Hughes had 19 and 6 for Geelong. Great win by the Energy. Warrandyte went down to Casey. Jamie Lee Jeffs, 14 and 11 in 14 minutes off the pine for Casey. Nice win. I think T. Hoods was held scoreless in that game.
Really?
I think so. Anyway, Casey still got up by 24. She's the ultimate
Well,
team
I
player,
guess-
T. Hoods. so
I guess
she
you
might
throw
get-
3 players at her, you might keep her scoreless, but then you leave the players open.
How's the start to the season by Camberwell? The Dragons get up again, thumping win over Latrobe City, who won a great game the night before. You've got to respect the Dragons now, Craig. I told you at the start of the season they were a sleeping giant in this competition. Keep an eye on them. They've had a ripper.
Sarah Stone leading the way with 20 points, but there was a great spread across the board there. They're looking great and really scoring well on offense early in the season too.
Absolutely. Not only is Sarah Stone a fantastic young player, love watching Stoney play, but she's a great Sydney supporter, Sydney Swans. So well done,
One
Stoney.
mark against her then.
That's a big tick. Casey got up by 30 over Hawthorn. Thumping win. Tenali Hood 18 points in that game, 23-7 first quarter. Way too strong. And Whittlesea in a beauty over Western Port get the win.
Yeah, for Western Port, Rachel Winters with 22,
Good.
10 rebounds, 7 assists,
Yep.
but Julia Denunzio with 20 points and 6 rebounds.
Denunzio?
How do you-
Denunzio. It's an N in there, not a T.
Denunzio.
Denunzio.
Okay.
Denunzio. Wasn't
Hang on,
Wasn't Denunzio the lawyer in the castle?
The castle.
Wasn't it Denunzio? I don't know. Anyway.
Fancy you having to go at me for pronouncing something
Yeah,
wrong.
no, you're right. I'll pick you up every time. D1 men, there's the results up on screen for you.
Geez, there were some great games in this division this week.
I struggle every week to understand if a game was even played at Western Port. We got no result there, and that was.
Do we know who won?
It was a big. I got no idea. It was a big game for Sunbury, that's for sure.
I actually reckon the score was 170 to 180. It was an absolute thriller, and we'll never know about it.
I think Western Port. Well, I was going to say should have got up, but I've got no idea. Sherbrooke and Shepparton and Keesey. This was game of the round and lived up to all expectations. I tell you what, Keesey are the real deal.
Geez, they're looking good this
Real
season.
deal.
Aren't they? Jared Newby with 35 and 10, if you don't mind. For Shepparton, Cam Vines with 25, 13, 4 assists. what a game! And Keysborough going up to Shepparton, a strong win, looked like a legitimate title chance at this stage.
I think Spence Coleman was well held in this game. Keysy, I'm telling you now, don't sleep on them from here because they are the real deal this season. Because Shepparton's a very, very good team.
Especially up there.
Yep, Bulleen and Melbourne University. Great to see the Black Angels get up and get a win. Jack Railton at Woodcock, very good, 18 and 11. Varmel doing it on his own with 32 and 16. James O'Connor was good off the pine with 18 and 10, but great to see the Black Angels.
Get the man some help.
Yep.
Varmel can only do so much.
Warrnambool and Chelsea. How was this game?
Warrnambool Chelsea. I believe you were the only one who tipped Warrnambool.
Yeah,
we had a long chat about this.
Yes.
It was going to be a great game. Chelsea went up, and if you still win...
Frosty scored late, I think. A couple of seconds or 5 seconds to go.
Really?
Frosty, I think so.
My favourite thing from here also is Steve saying that Chelsea don't shoot many threes against Warrnambool. I think they got up over 30. I think Brasser and Frosty both shot 11.
Yep.
So they do get those threes up. Steve, I'm just talking off camera to him now. But that was a great display of basketball from both teams. Chelsea really putting their foot down and stamping themselves as a legit title contender, even though you don't count them as one.
No, I don't.
You said they don't have enough depth to win it.
Hang on a second.
You said they don't have enough depth to win
They're
it.
a contender, but I don't think they'll win it.
Okay, fair enough. I think if you can go up and win and Warrnambool, when Xavier goes off for 34 and 7, like he played great. Guinesy had 20 and 16. Corey, Frosty and Brasser all shared the load really well in that game.
Yeah, Corey and Frosty 19, I think Brasser had 17. I maintain that. It's a great win, Chelsea. Fantastic win. Don't know they can win the title.
Only need those three to play.
I know. I hope they prove me wrong. I hope because they're doing a great job down there at the goals. Latrobe City and Geelong. I've got no idea what's happening with the Energy. Davey Crockett had 25 and 9. Kyle Mayer 17 and 9 for Geelong. It's a great win, Geelong.
Yep.
I got no idea what's happening at the Energy. And that rolled over into Sunday. Sunbury, big winners. Great to see them get a win.
Latrobe only travelled six
players.
guys. 6 players.
I don't know what's going on. I'm happy to take a call from Latrobe City just to explain to me what's going on, so at least we can pass it on. But I just did not expect the Energy to be in the position that they're in right now. I thought they were going to be a very, very high contending team this season.
I don't understand how you can travel to Sunbury with
They
6 players.
have got their second import out at the moment injured,
Yep.
so that hurts. But at the moment, geez, I expect them to be a little bit better.
A fair weekend from Jimmy Crockett.
Fantastic, 27 and 15 on the Sunday as well. As I said, their second import is out at the moment, and that's hurting them. Warrnambool over Collingwood bounced back. Blount 31 and 13. Guinesy had 31. Manny had 31 for Collingwood. I think Warrnambool going down Saturday night, they were always going to bounce back
But
Sunday.
Collingwood didn't have Webby, who's probably their second best player, to be honest. So that's a fair
Didn't see
effort to
that.
get up to Warrnambool. And only dropped by 9. Collingwood have, despite the loss, good bounce back from Warrnambool, but that's impressive from Collingwood so far in this league.
Johnny Lind had 26 and 12 for the All Stars as well. Warrandyte Western Port, absolute thriller. Western Port get it by 3. Dylan Travis 27 and 11. Probably unlucky not to be on the blue carpet, Dylan Travis, because I dare say he had a good game Saturday night, but we got no idea what he did. So he missed out. Ayendes Sprewell had 20 and 13. David Moore had 20 rebounds.
11 and 20.
as well. But it wasn't enough. Let's go to State Champ Women. There's the results up on screen. Ringwood over Bulleen. Bulleen competitive. Ringwood wrapped this one up a little bit early, I think, and got to the line. Mahelko had 24 and 12. McKinnon and Waverley. McKinnon had another couple of blowout losses on the weekend, and they've had a few now.
Yeah, Waverley looked good to start this season, haven't they, as well? Saree Taylor tried her hardest for McKinnon with 15 points, but Renee...
Mokaziki.
How
Mocky.
accurate are you with the last game? I'll go with Mocky. We can all go with
It's
Mocky.
Mokaziki, mate. I'm telling you, she's been a star for years.
Yeah, she has. 28 points and 8 rebounds. But, geez, Waverley looking dangerous. So many different options.
I think this says more about McKinnon than it does Waverley. The reason I say that is no Kelly Bowen, no Jackie Van Der Zee. Waverley were missing 2 of their key starters in this game.
Was Tegan Cunningham playing?
Tegan Cunningham played.
Okay.
But again, Waverley without 2 of their starters and another blowout loss for McKinnon. They've had a few now, and they had another one on Sunday, by the way. Southern Penn got Eltham. Peyton Little had 24. Jazz Shelley 21, 6, 4 and 3 steals. 18 to 5 second quarter. Don't sleep on the Sharks.
Jeez,
They're very good.
They're so well coached. They play fast. They can do everything all over the floor.
Like them. Knox got Sunbury on Saturday night. Great win. Rebecca Ott back into the fold.
Off the bench.
Coming back from injury. Very good. Great to see the Otter up and about. 29 points.
She had 29 and 5. All O'Reilly leading the way for Sunbury with 20. 6 and 3. With no Duva, we're seeing Sunbury come back to the field a little bit. I don't think they had Stocker.
Nah, Stocker will come back in. Stocker was busy winning a bronze medal, by the way.
Yeah, just getting a job done. But
and I think Sunbury won the last quarter here, so Knox comfortably wrapped this one up. Hume went down to Keilor. I did say last week I think Hume would be the one in the 6 to miss out. Keilor are going to upset some teams this season. They've just got to get consistency right. Jenna Anderson had 18 in that one. Louisa Murphy 22 and 7 for Hume. Knox got McKinnon, another big loss.
Yeah, Knox again solid. Beck Ott back again, as we said, and she had 19 points in this one as well. Knox are just going along nicely at this point in the season. They're going to be dangerous come finals time.
Some soul searching down at McKinnon, not only for the women but also for the men, who went in 4 and zip in state champ men. There's the results up on screen, but they lost both on the weekend.
Yep.
We'll start with Corio and Werribee. Connor Coulis, very good over the weekend, 29 and 10 in this one, too strong for Corio.
Yeah, it's a big win for Werribee over there at Corio. We saw Eichler.
Yep, Chris Eichler.
With 22 and 7 rebounds for Corio, but great game. Werribee, what do you think of them so far?
Good. What I do like, Corio a lot more competitive in this game, so they'll take away some positives out of that. Casey got Keilor in a big game. Raheem Lemons, Lenny had 22 and 7. Jordan Coleman 21 for Keilor. Casey needed a big weekend.
It's a nice
and they
win
got
from Casey. That is there. They needed a win.
Knox got Hume on the road by 10. Carver 25 and 15. Dylan Hare had 21. The two imports for Hume were very good, but they're just a margin off at the moment.
Lacking a little bit of depth down there at Hume?
I think so. It's been their problem for the last couple of years. Lee Jecker, I think, may have missed that game, by the way, so he was a big out. Waverley smacked McKinnon. I've got to tell you, McKinnon in the middle of a tough double-double, 4 games in 8 days, it told on them here. Waverley were brewing. Absolutely fantastic. Came out, played a great level of intensity indeed. McKinnon had no answers. This was all about Waverley. Well done to the Falcons. Huge weekend. Dylan Stuyth had 22 and 13. Jaquez Motley had an outing. He had 24. Arkell 21 and 10. Obviously, I saw the game from start to finish. Waverley were brilliant. Craig, I've done it again.
Twice.
He's sitting over there waving at me. They were brilliant, Waverley, and all credit to them. Hats off. They taught McKinnon a lesson.
But last year, Waverley were easily had the best defensive rating in the league. They've come back this season and they have not missed a beat. I'm not sure how they get it done on that end so well, but they're impossible to score against when they're switched on.
Taught McKinnon a lesson. Make no mistake. They're going to be a very good team, but they are a very
They've
good
got so
team.
many options on offense too.
They also won on Sunday against Eltham by 8. Sturdy had 18 and 11. Great weekend for the Falcons. They're back and they're a team to watch. They're a genuine contender.
For Eltham, watch out for Sam Whelan, the young fella. Has played some youth league this year, but I think he might just be sticking with the senior team now.
He's
very good player.
And he's scoring
very
well.
Good
Trev
player.
Lee, slot him into the starters, mate. He's doing very well. Knox and McKinnon on Sunday was a ripper of a game. Very, very hotly contested. Taylor Dyson had 29 for Knox. Tamata had 26 for McKinnon. Dylan Stuyth, another good weekend, 23 and 11. McKinnon cop a couple of losses, their first of the season. Knox get a couple of wins on the weekend. It is a tough comp.
Yeah, and Tamata coming up against his old team. He played very well. Knox... I can't get my finger on this point. They're up and down.
2 wins on the weekend. They're back.
They're good.
Don't worry about that.
They are good when they're going. Carbo got fouled out of this one quite early, didn't he?
Well, he got fouled out. Don't know about quite early. But what I will say is this, Craig, because I know you don't get out and watch state champions.
I actually watched this game.
Oh, did you? Okay.
Yeah. I just didn't want to see you after the game, so I left.
Yeah, no, that's okay. It is a ripping competition. It is hard to pick winners from week to week. Everyone's capable of winning. Everyone's going to cop a loss. It is a very, very tough competition this season.
And there's superstars in every team.
There is.
So, on their day, each of them can take over a game and win it.
One of those superstars, Jacob Gibson at Ringwood, scored 22. They got over Corio by 23. And Hawthorn got Blackburn. I think the Vikings will be disappointed. Only scored 63 in that game, 29-12 fourth quarter by Hawthorn. Nelson Kursky, 17 and 12. Very good. Well done, Magic. Great win.
Yeah, 29-12 fourth quarter. So they actually were within a distance of winning that game. Blackburn just got blown out of the water at the end of that one.
A big show. There was a lot of games over the weekend. Lots of excitement. Round 4 done and dusted. And we're starting to see a move in divisions. We're starting to see some teams that need to lift their socks. But that's what it's all about early in the season. Coming up tomorrow night, got no idea what we're doing, but we're going to have some fun doing it. We'll see you back here on Big V TV. Enjoy your night. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye for now.